All right, so today we're diving into something I think you guys are all pretty familiar with. But we're going to look at it from a completely different angle.
Okay.
The Today Show, Hoda Kotb's departure after 17 years on the show. I mean, we saw the emotional farewells on air. But we're going to go a little deeper. Behind the scenes, we're going into the world of social media to see how her colleagues really reacted in their own words. It's kind of like getting a VIP pass.
Yeah.
To the inner circle of morning television.
That's pretty cool. I think what's really intriguing here is that, we're seeing a real shift in how these public figures are managing their careers and even their relationships. It's not just about the official network goodbyes anymore. Social media allows them to, control the narrative, They can connect directly with fans and reveal more personal side.
Okay, so it's not just about celebrating Hoda, it's about personal branding too.
Exactly. Take Savannah Guthrie's Instagram post, for example. Just 3 words, all my hoons, with some candid behind-the-scenes photos. You might think, oh, that's simple, right? Yeah. But this is where the strategy comes in. It appears heartfelt, avoids any potential drama, but still reinforces their strong on-air partnership in the viewers' minds.
Wow. So even something that seems off the cuff is actually carefully calculated. I would have just taken that post at face value.
It's easy to do. But there's a lot happening beneath the surface. These are savvy individuals who understand the power of social media.
Okay, so let's apply that lens to Al Roker, who's been on the Today Show forever.
Yeah.
He and Hoda go back over 20 years, right?
Absolutely. And his tribute really emphasizes that longevity, the shared history. He even jokes about Hoda finally getting to sleep in, which is classic Al Roker.
Yeah.
But think about it. He's acknowledging the change, injecting some humor, but keeping it positive. It reinforces this idea that everything is okay. It's a natural progression. Very smart.
So even a lighthearted joke can serve a strategic purpose. It's like a subtle form of damage control, making sure the transition seems smooth.
You got it. It's about maintaining stability for the viewers, reassuring them that their beloved Today Show is in good hands.
All right. I'm starting to see these posts in a whole new light. This is way more complex than I initially thought.
It is, and it gets even more layered. When we consider the emotional roller coaster of Jenna Bush Hager's reaction.
Oh, yeah. She was all over the place. From trolling about who might replace Hoda to saying she felt dumped. What's going on there?
Well, first, remember, Jenna and Hoda co-hosted The 4th Hour, a very close working relationship. So there are genuine emotions at play. But broadcasting those feelings publicly also generates buzz, keeps her relevant. It's a risky strategy, but it can pay off.
So even a seemingly negative reaction can be spun into a positive for personal branding.
Precisely. It's about staying top of mind for viewers, keeping them engaged, and reminding them that you're human with real feelings. This is especially crucial during a shakeup like this.
All right, so we've got calculated simplicity, humorous reassurance, and a raw display of emotion. What's next in this social media strategy playbook?
Well, let's take a look at Carson Daly's response and how it sets the stage for Craig Melvin stepping into Hoda's role.
Okay, I remember he made a funny comment about Craig having big heels to fill. Classic Carson, always the jokester.
Right, he keeps it light, which is his trademark. But he also subtly acknowledges the weight of this transition. He even gives photo credit to @Fortnite, who we see popping up in several of these posts.
Wait, I noticed that too. So it's not just about the individual posts. It's about a coordinated team effort.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Exactly. They're presenting a united front, which is essential during a major shift. And this @Fortnite is the unsung hero, capturing those candid moments that make these posts feel authentic and personal.
So even the behind-the-scenes players contribute to this social media strategy. It's like a well-oiled machine. This is blowing my mind.
It's fascinating how this is all playing out, isn't it?
Absolutely. Okay, so before we move on to Craig Melvin's response, I'm already starting to rethink how I view these seemingly casual posts. It's a whole new level of strategy and branding.
It is, and Craig's post, especially given his new role, adds another layer of complexity to this social media landscape.
Okay, I'm all ears. Let's unpack what he had to say.
Craig's post is really a masterclass in navigating a delicate situation. He praises Hoda, calling her the definition of compassion, love, and the heartbeat of the Today Show. It's heartfelt, genuine, and avoids any hint of rivalry.
Yeah. He doesn't hold back on the compliments, but then he seamlessly transitions to his own new chapter, emphasizing it's not goodbye, but see you later.
Exactly. It's a brilliant move. He's acknowledging Hoda's impact while establishing himself as the successor, not trying to replace her, but rather continuing the legacy, building on what she created. It's a subtle message to the viewers. Don't worry, things will be different, but the core values of the show remain the same.
And just like the others, he includes a bunch of photos with Hoda. So even though they're technically competitors now, they're showing that they're friends first and foremost.
Right. It's about demonstrating that the transition is amicable, that there's no bad blood. Remember, viewers are invested in these personalities. Seeing them get along reinforces a sense of stability and continuity, which is crucial for the show's success.
So all these carefully crafted messages are ultimately about reassuring the audience and keeping them engaged.
Absolutely. It's a delicate dance between celebrating Hoda's departure, welcoming Craig, and reassuring the viewers that the Today Show they love will continue to thrive.
Okay, so we've gone from surface-level summaries of these social media posts to understanding the deeper strategy behind them. But what does it all mean for Hoda's legacy on the Today Show?
Well, these tributes paint a clear picture. She's not just a host. She's a beloved colleague, a mentor, a friend. The personal anecdotes, the genuine emotion, it all points to a woman who made a profound impact on the people around her. And that translates to the viewers as well.
Right, we're talking about someone who's been a fixture in people's living rooms for nearly 2 decades. That's a powerful connection.
Exactly. Hoda connected with viewers on a very human level. She was relatable, authentic, always brought a sense of joy to the morning. Her departure leaves a void. But her legacy of warmth, her authenticity, will endure.
Okay, so Hoda's impact is undeniable. But we also have to consider the broader context. How does her departure fit into the evolving landscape of morning television?
That's a great question. Morning shows are no longer just about delivering the news and weather. They're about building relationships with viewers, creating a sense of community.
And social media plays a huge role in that, right? It's not just a one-way broadcast anymore.
Absolutely. These personalities are cultivating personal brands, engaging directly with fans, and creating a sense of intimacy that was unimaginable a decade ago.
It's like they're inviting viewers into their lives, blurring the lines between the public and the private.
Precisely. And that's a powerful tool for building loyalty and engagement. It's no longer just about watching the show. It's about feeling like you know these people, like you're part of their circle.
So Hoda's departure is more than just a personnel change. It's a moment that reflects the shifting dynamics of morning television and the growing influence of social media.
Exactly. It's a case study in how these shows are adapting to the new media landscape, using social media to navigate transitions, manage their image, and maintain that all-important connection with the audience.
This is incredible. I'm starting to understand the real depth and complexity of what seemed like simple social media posts.
It's like peeling back the layers of an onion, isn't it? There's always more to discover beneath the surface.
Okay, so we've analyzed the individual tributes, we've talked about Hoda's legacy, and the changing face of morning television. But I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier, the importance of maintaining stability for the viewers. How do you think the Today Show will address that moving forward?
Well, they've already laid the groundwork. With these carefully orchestrated social media posts, they've celebrated Hoda, welcomed Craig, and emphasized the continuity of the show's core values. But now they have to deliver on that promise.
Right. It's one thing to say it on social media, it's another to embody it on air.
Absolutely. The viewers will be watching closely. They'll be looking for signs of that same warmth, that same sense of family that Hoda cultivates.
So it's a high-stakes moment for Craig Melvin. He's stepped into some big shoes.
He is. But he seems well-equipped for the challenge. He's got the experience, the charisma, and the social media savvy to connect with viewers.
And it's not just about Craig, right? Jenna Bush Hager will also have to adapt to this new dynamic.
Absolutely. The fourth hour of the Today Show was very much defined by Hoda and Jenna's partnership. Now Jenna has an opportunity to redefine her role, to bring her own unique perspective to the forefront.
So it's a time of transition, of evolution, for everyone involved.
It is, and these social media tributes have provided a fascinating glimpse into how they're navigating this change, both individually and as a team.
You know what's really striking me? Is that we often talk about the negative aspects of social media, but this deep dive has shown me how it can be used strategically and effectively.
That's a great point. Social media can be a powerful tool for communication and connection, especially in the hands of skilled communicators.
Okay, before we move on to the final takeaway, I want to ask you something. We've been analyzing these posts from a very strategic perspective, but do you think there's also a genuine element to them?
Absolutely. I don't think it's one or the other. These are real people with real relationships. They've worked together for years, shared triumphs and challenges. There's bound to be genuine affection and respect there.
So it's a blend of strategy and sincerity. They're using the tools at their disposal to navigate a professional transition. but also expressing genuine emotions along the way.
Exactly. And I think that's what makes these posts so compelling. They offer a glimpse into the human side of a massive media machine.
All right, so we've unpacked these tributes, analyzed the strategy, considered the broader context, and even acknowledged the human element. But I want to bring it back to you, the listener, for a moment. What stood out to you in these posts? What did you find the most surprising or insightful?
You know, it's so easy to dismiss social media as superficial, but this deep dive has really revealed its power as like a strategic tool. These seemingly simple posts are actually carefully crafted to manage perceptions, shape narratives, and even influence careers.
Yeah, it's like we've been given a backstage pass to the world of media management.
Exactly. We've seen how these personalities leverage social media to connect with fans, control their image, and navigate industry changes.
So like the key takeaway here is that social media is more than just sharing photos and updates.
Yeah.
It's a powerful platform for personal branding and strategic communication.
Absolutely. And it's something that we're seeing play out in all areas of public life, from politics to entertainment.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm going to leave you with one final thought. We've talked about Hoda's legacy, the show's future, and the strategic use of social media. But what about your own experience as a viewer? How do you think this behind-the-scenes look changes your perception of the Today Show? Do you see those on-air interactions differently now, knowing the level of strategy and personal branding involved? Will you find yourself scrutinizing social media posts a little more closely, looking for like the deeper meaning and motivation behind them?
Yeah, it's definitely something to consider, because in today's media landscape, understanding the interplay between personality, strategy, and social media is essential for navigating this ever-evolving world of information and entertainment.
It really is. So next time you're scrolling through your feed, remember that there's often more to the story than meets the eye. And who knows, maybe you'll even start to see your own social media presence in a new light.
It's all about awareness, critical thinking, and recognizing the power of this platform we call social media.
Well, I think that's a perfect note to end on. We've gone from simple social media posts to a deep dive into the heart of morning television, personal branding, and the evolving media landscape. Thanks for joining us on this fascinating journey. And until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep